So it's Monday and we got quite the storm last night. It was raining all night, thunder. It was almost right over us. Very dramatic, very exciting. You know, with strong winds and everything, things happen, trees fall down, and this one blew down actually 2 days ago. It went right over and it took the fence with it and the electric wire here for the horses. So I was thinking of just pulling a temporary wire through the tree to the other side so that they have electricity during the day. But I'm thinking maybe I have time now to actually, if I can get my chainsaw going, I'll just sort of cut open a little opening right here and let the wire go free. And then, yeah, I think I'll try to do that. And whatever I manage to have time with, I'll do. And whatever I don't, I won't do. It's as simple as that. All right, let's try to get the chainsaw going. Hej.
Hej!
sprinten och låssprinten där. Det var bra. Tack. Ja, jättefint. Där, nu så sitter den. Vi måste ha sprinter i den här också. Bra, ja, jag kommer. Vad ska vi se?
Titta,
Bra att du höll för öronen.
varför
Det
då?
var bra, det är perfekt. Just det, jag behöver lite din hjälp här. Kan jag få den?
Vad då?
Kan jag få den? Nej, men jag når inte. Mera regn. So, more rain. We've had a little bit too much, but I know there are places that really need rain, so I'm not going to complain. It's just a strange summer because, as I probably mentioned in the beginning of the summer, we had no rain at all, and now we're getting too much. So yeah, it's a bit tricky to be a farmer these days. But what I'm doing here is it's a little bit early, but I'm getting the steers winter paddock ready. This is where they will be during the winter. That's their feeder, and then they will have the straw bed inside under the roof there. So I think that's going to be good. And then they have this whole paddock right here. It's half a hectare, lots of trees and lots of natural shelters for them to to seek shelter when autumn and winter is here. Snow and ice and mud. So they're going to be able to walk up here whenever they want, and they have their feeder there. The only problem is that the three spaces where they can eat is straight, like there's no roof on top. So yeah, I'm gonna maybe put up some kind of a tarp or something that you can easily remove if I need to get in with a tractor or move things around. But I think this could be a good solution. I'm gonna try it this year, because last year, as some of you have seen who followed the channel, they were in the barn right there, and that was very good because they were all under the roof, they were sheltered, it was really good. But it had its weaknesses as well. I want my animals to be able to roam free outside and have access to the outdoors year round, and they couldn't really do that. So, and they got a bit bored, so I figured I'm gonna switch things around, put the sheep in the barn this year because they can go outside a lot easier, and then we'll try this with the steers. But I had to do this today because it's raining, I can't do very much else, and we need to get access to the straw bales that I have left. because I think within about 10 days, I hope the weather's going to change. We're going to get a little bit more sunshine and warmth. So I'm going to get ready. So when my neighbor says that they're going to start combining, then I want to be ready with the baler to bale the straw. And then of course I need to get it home and have the space for it and everything. So I'm trying to be one step ahead of the game. It's not every day that you are, but yeah, when you do get there, it feels really good.
Det är blött. Ja, det är blött. Blött.
It's almost mid-August now, and the group of ewes with lambs have been grazing a 10-hectare forest paddock for the whole summer, since basically April when we let them out. They started in this paddock right here in April, and then we moved them to the paddock which is the forest paddock where they've been. I'm going to show you in a minute. It's absolutely phenomenal how they have grazed. What a wonderful job they have done here during their time in the summer. So yeah, but grass is running out on this side, and we have some really nice regrowth on this side. It's been regrowing since May, so it's looking very green. We have a lot of, yeah, some clover, of course, grasses and herbs. So I'm gonna let them over to this side now, and they'll be here a few weeks before moving on to maybe the last paddock of the season before we take them home. When you have ewes with lambs, it's never a safe bet. You never really know how they're gonna go, because lambs might go to one side and not really understand what's going on, while the ewes have been trained on the bucket. They know, follow the bucket, but they're also torn between following a bucket, following food, and where's my lamb? Oh, I need to find my lamb. So, but I think the lambs are old enough now to understand and get this. I've been practicing a little with them as well, with the bucket, following the bucket. So let's try to move them over. So, I love this spot. I love this forest. This paddock is it's very special. We are just in the barrier or the corner where the forest behind us here begins, and this is sort of it opens up into a small meadow with of course a lot of grass, but since there's a lot more sunlight in this part, there's a lot more vegetation that competes for space and sunlight. And as you can see here, we have they've done a great job, but we do have an issue with this bush right here. This is blackthorn, and blackthorn is a very tricky one to have in your meadows or your pastures, because it has an enormous growth potential. It grows very quickly, and if it gets out of hand and you're not there either grazing it or taking it down with manually, then it can easily overtake a huge area, and to get rid of it is very labor intensive, and it's thorny and it hurts and it all clumps together sort of and gets attached to everything. It's not very pleasant to have to deal with. So I'm very happy that the animals are doing this for us, and in my experience, sheep are a lot better at doing this than cattle. Like the sheep, they go after the branches, they go after all the small leaves, while cattle are more focused on what's down on the ground, like, you know, the grasses. They will eat, you know, bushes, and they will eat leaves, obviously, but in my experience, if you have a forested area like this and you have a lot of bushes, then sheep are by far superior when it comes to maintaining and managing this kind of habitat or this kind of a vegetative area. So I'm super happy. It's still a lot, but this is only 1.5 years regrowth, so it's a long process. We're gonna take this down now in the autumn and the winter. I'm gonna come in here and just mow it down with the machine, and then sheep early in the spring. So whatever comes up, the sheep are there grazing at it, and slowly through the years of doing that, many years of doing that, we will hopefully be able to keep this area from being overtaken. But I'm so happy with the work they've done here. They've opened up this forest in a really beautiful way. I'll show you quickly how it looks in the forest, and then we'll show you the new grass that they just got.